Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Shayna and I hope you're all doing very well. I hope you all had a very wonderful Christmas holiday season. As you can tell from the title of today's video, we are going to be diving into the world of Dries Van Noten fragrances. I have the entire sampler kit to try, and so if that's something you're interested in, then please just keep on watching. For those of you that are returning, thank you so much. I truly do appreciate each and every one of you that continues to watch my videos. And for those of you that are new, please do not forget to hit that subscribe button. It truly helps my channel out. And yeah, if you're interested in luxury skincare, fragrance, and makeup, then please don't forget to subscribe. So without further ado, let's just dive right into the video. Okay guys, so my wonderful, beautiful, amazing friend Brittany at Born Blushing remembered my birthday and she sent me the coolest gift, which we already know are the Dries Van Noten fragrances to try. I didn't know what it was at first. I knew it was from Dries Van Noten because I got a notification and it kind of spoiled the surprise for her, which I feel bad about. But nonetheless, when I saw that it was from Dries Van Noten, I was very surprised. So yes, I was very surprised, super excited. And yeah, I just want to say thank you so much, Brittany. Like, really, thank you so much for sending me a present and for remembering my birthday. It just means a lot to me that you would send me a present and send me something that is so freaking amazing. And yeah, she knows me very, very well. If you guys are not subscribed to her already, please, I want you guys to hit the pause button and scroll down to where I will have her channel linked down below and hit subscribe on her channel, and then come back to mine and watch this video. And then of course, watch all her videos. But yes, please hit pause right now and hopefully you guys are back from subscribing. So without further ado, let's dive into this gorgeous kit from Dries Van Noten. Okay, so first of all, I just want you guys to see how gorgeous this packaging is. Like, Dries Van Noten is just very attentive to like all the details, which I love. So look at that paper bag that the sampler kit came in. And I just love that Dries Van Noten uses this is the Delft's Blue. I believe my brother-in-law was actually the one that pointed that out on the Soie Maliki bottle, which they've carried through into this gorgeous paper bag. I think they have even some outerwear that has this gorgeous Delft's Blue print on it. I think it's really cool that they utilize the Delft's Blue pattern. And then inside we have gorgeous kit inside, which I've opened already because I did a little unboxing for her on camera and I sent it to her because I wanted her to see my, you know, excitement and the surprise. So let's just open this together again so we can see all of the beautiful little bottles. I just love Dries Van Noten for their creativity. And here we go. So look at that. So the funny thing is that she actually wanted this for herself and then she ended up getting it for me. So that just goes to show how she's just selfless and amazing. So, look at that. I love the bottles. Like, they're so cute. And the bottles themselves of the full-size fragrances are just gorgeous. She sent me a little note inside, which was really nice. Happiest of birthdays to the fragrance queen. I hope you have a beautiful day and feel spoiled. I really value your friendship, Brittany. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. I was so surprised. So it also came with 2 of the sprays to try, which are, you know, also in the kit, but these are the actual like atomizer sprays. So yeah, she picked out, I don't know if she picked it, but it came with Soie Maliki, which is the one that I already know I love, and Santal Greenery. So thank you so, so much. Thank you. So my only gripe, I guess, about the little sampler kit, and it's seriously not even a gripe, but is that these are all, you know, dabbers or splashes, and so it's gonna be just a little bit hard for me to test them out because I can't spray them, but I've pre-made a bunch of blotter cards for each one. I've labeled them, and so hopefully I'll be able to dab them on the card without getting it, you know, all over the place. The good thing, though, is that since I'm trying so many, this whole room is not going to choke me out after I'm done testing 10 fragrances. So, but just look at how gorgeous that is. Another thing it comes with is a little card, which I think is really nice, and it has all the beautiful bottles and the names and just the 2 sort of main notes, I guess, that each fragrance contains. And yeah, you guys, so I'm just gonna go one by one like this and try them together. Okay, so the first one I pulled out is the Jardin de, and I apologize right now, I'm gonna butcher these French names. Jardin de Lorangerie, I think is how you say it. Orange Blossom and Santal are the two main notes. So let's give this beautiful one a sniff together. Okay, so I'm gonna take the little top, I'm gonna get some in the little cap first. Let's dab this on the card. Okay, let's give it a little sniff. Okay. This is really nice. Definitely smell the orange blossom. Okay, so this is a very light fragrance. It's not strong. It's a very light orange blossom scent. Definitely smell the sandalwood in there as well. There's a hint of a sweetness. Maybe it's the sandalwood, but I do get a slight sweetness. Orange blossom is a little bit of a sweet sort of floral, so this is beautiful. If you like orange blossom, you're gonna love this. It's very, very light though. I wouldn't say this is like a beast mode fragrance at all. It's a very light floral woody fragrance. There's a hint of a creaminess, which I think is coming from the sandalwood. Let's look up the notes together. Okay, so you guys, the notes we have here are top notes of neroli, middle notes of jasmine and ylang ylang, and base notes of orange blossom, milk, and sandalwood. Wow, I kind of surprised myself there because generally, I don't know, when I'm blind testing, I for some reason pick up on notes that aren't listed, but this time I actually was right. There is definitely a creaminess and it's coming from the milk. I wouldn't say this is overly heavy on the neroli though, so it's more of that orange blossom. This is a really, really beautiful fragrance. If you like orange blossom, creamy sandalwood, just like creamy orange blossom with like a hint of a sweetness, you are gonna love this. So yeah, you guys, Jardin De Lorangerie is stunning. Okay, next up we have Neon Garden. Ooh, that one sounds interesting. Okay, so the main notes in Neon Garden are mint and iris. So I'm guessing this is gonna be more of a masculine sort of fragrance, but we'll see. Okay, so this one is really nice. I don't think it's actually as masculine as I was expecting it to be. You have that powdery iris in there, and then you've got like this freshness from the mint. I mean, I would say this would smell really nice on a man as well, but I don't think it's too masculine. Okay, let's look up the notes. Okay, so we have mint at the top, middle notes of iris and carrot, and then base notes of musk and ambroxan. So definitely mint and iris, I would say, are the main notes, and you definitely get a ton of that iris. So oh, if you're somebody that likes iris, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous scent. It's powdery, but it's not too powdery, and it's coming from iris. So sometimes I feel like iris is one of those really nice powdery floral notes that doesn't give you like something that's overly powdery. Sometimes like heliotrope and things, those and violet, those kind of notes give off a more powdery vibe to me, whereas iris still maintains a sort of hint of a floral greenness to it, which I definitely get in this one. So it has an airiness to it as well, which I'm guessing is coming from that ambroxan. I feel like the dry down on this is probably gonna be really nice on the skin just because it has the musk and the ambroxan. So it'll probably be like a skin scent with a hint of iris when it dries down. I think this is gonna be a really, really pretty one. So yeah, guys, love Neon Garden. All right, next we have Rosa Carnivora. Ooh. So the name like Rosa Carnivora sounds like a passionate rose. So here we have rose and vetiver are the two main notes. I'm not a huge fan of rose. I feel like it has to be done right for me to really love rose, but I do love vetiver. So let's see how this one smells. Okay, yep, you're definitely getting that rose. This to me is not your fresh cut rose though. Not sure what rose they used here, but to me it's not a super, super fresh rose. It might be like a bouquet of different roses because that's what I'm getting. I'm definitely getting a bouquet of roses here. I'm not getting a ton of that vetiver though. Like there's something else in this. There's something else in this besides the vetiver because the vetiver is very toned down. It's not super earthy. It's not dry feeling, but I can't really pinpoint exactly what rose I'm getting in this. So that's why I think it's probably several different roses. I'm getting an animalic sort of vibe from this. There's something animalic in this. Is it musk? I want to say there's musk. Okay, let's look up the notes. Oh, okay, here we go. So we've got at the top rose, pink pepper. In the middle we have vetiver and floral notes, and then in the base we have labdanum and Patchouli. Okay, so that's probably why I was getting sort of like a bouquet of roses, because it's rose, but then you have those floral notes in there. So that's why I couldn't pick out exactly what rose it was. I wasn't getting a ton of that pink pepper though, but it could be because I'm not spraying it and it's just, you know, being dabbed. Not getting a ton of the patchouli. I'm getting a little bit of the patchouli now, actually, and it might just be because it's on the paper. Sometimes for me, patchouli, I can't really notice too much unless it's on my skin. In this case, I don't think the patchouli is very strong, though. So if you're somebody that doesn't really like patchouli, then, you know, I think you're going to be fine. If you love rose, you might really love this. To me, this is more of an updated rose, though. It's not like your old sort of vintagey, stuffy sort of rose. This has a modernness to it. Yeah, so I think that animalic note that I was getting is coming from the labdanum or labdanum, because sometimes labdanum can give off a almost like a leathery vibe, and so I think that's why I was thinking that was probably an animalic note like musk or something. But yeah, this is a really, really nice one. I wouldn't say it's my favorite yet out of the ones that I've smelled, but definitely nice. Yeah, for sure. So that was Rosa Carnivora. This is so much fun. I just have to like insert that little, I'm having so much fun right now. Okay, so the next one we have here is Raving Rose. Okay, so 2 rose ones in a row. That'll be interesting. The pink bottle. Okay, ooh. So Raving Rose, you guys, we have pepper and rose as the 2 main notes here. The other one had pepper in the top note, pink pepper. So we'll see where I get the pepper. Oh, wow. Okay, so see, this to me is your very bright and fruity rose. I'm getting fruity notes in here. I want to say there's, I don't know, maybe some berries in this? Red berries or something? I'm getting red berries, maybe peony, I don't know. Sometimes peony to me gives off like a fruity pink vibe. Not getting a whole lot of pepper though. There might be pink pepper in this, but I don't know, I don't really get a ton of it. I'm getting like a very pinkish red vibe. Like when I smell this, like exactly like how the bottle looks, that's sort of the vibe that I'm getting when I smell this. So the bottle definitely fits the juice. See, this is the type of rose that I really, really like. It's a bright, fresh cut rose. There's some fruity undertones in there. Maybe even some black currant. I don't know. Let's look up the notes. Wow, okay, so we have top notes of pink pepper and black pepper, middle notes of rose water and rose, and in the base we have cashmere and musk. Okay, so definitely no fruity notes in there. But you know what? It's that rose water, I think, that's giving this really bright freshness to it. Could be that pink pepper that I'm getting fruity notes from, but ooh, I definitely get that cashmere and the musk in the base. This is a really, really beautiful rose scent, you guys. Like if you like rose that's like bright and fresh, you're gonna love this. Like this is really, really beautiful. I'm telling you, there's something sweet in here. There's like a hint of a fruitiness. I don't know, like I said, to me it's giving me sort of peony vibes. This is really nice, you guys. Really, really nice. So far, I'm really liking Raving Rose. Ooh, okay, the next one I'm really excited for. This is Cannabis Patchouli. I'm not a whole big fan of cannabis. I mean, there's the Flora Botanica, which is the cannabis fragrance out there that everybody is aware of, but I love patchouli, so okay, guys, let's try Cannabis Patchouli. And for some reason, the name of this one is just Cannabis Patchouli. Unlike the other ones that have like actual names, this is just what's supposedly in there. Excited. Wow, this one is this one's nice. I'm not getting a masculine vibe at all from this. I feel like this is perfectly down the middle. The Raving Rose and the other rose one to me were a bit more feminine smelling, I would say. Definitely the Raving Rose was feminine. I can't even describe this one. This one's very complex. I definitely smell that patchouli in there. All right, let's look up the notes. So according to Fragrantica, which is not always right, we have top notes of bergamot and cedar needles, middle notes of sage, patchouli, and incense, and then base notes of vetiver and musk. So, I mean, I don't really see any cannabis listed there. So either it doesn't have any cannabis in it, or it's just supposed to give off that cannabis vibe. This is, I would say, a woody and sort of herbaceous sort of fragrance. Very aromatic. I definitely smell those pine needles or cedar needles right now. Not pine needles, but cedar needles. I can definitely smell something like that. When I first smelled it, it was straight down the middle, but right now, as I'm smelling it, as it's drying down a little bit, I am getting more of like a masculine vibe. I don't know if I would wear this. Maybe this would smell really nice as a candle, actually. Yeah, this would smell beautiful as a candle, like a home scent. Not sure how I would do wearing it. Maybe my husband would like it, but I personally wouldn't wear it, but I think it smells really, really nice. So yeah, that was Cannabis Patchouli. Okay, up next, you guys, we have Santal Greenery, which is fig and santal, or fig and sandalwood. So let's give this one a sniff. I would not be able to smell this many fragrances if they weren't in dabbers. So actually it's really nice that they are, because I'm not choking myself out in the air, you know? And I'm generally a fan of fig, so let's give this one a sniff. Oh my gosh. This is so nice. Oh my gosh, wow. This is beautiful. I was not expecting this to smell like this for some reason. Okay, so there's something in here that is sort of like it's changing the way the fig smells. Like normally I can pinpoint fig very easily in fragrances. There's something in this though that is throwing me off that fig sort of like aspect. There is like a really gorgeous creamy note in here, and I'm guessing it's from that sandalwood, but I think it's, you know, maybe it's the combination of the fig and the sandalwood, but it's giving me like a very interesting vibe that I can't pinpoint right now. But wow, this really smells amazing right now. There's something fruity about this. I don't know if it's necessarily from the fig. I want to say it is. It's very, like, it's like fruity green is what I'm getting. This is really gorgeous. Okay, I'm so curious to look up the notes on this one, you guys. Like, wow. This one is just blowing me away right now. Okay, so we have, okay. I knew it. All right, top notes of bergamot and grapefruit. Oh, grapefruit gets me every time. Middle notes of fig and violet leaf. Okay, and then base notes of sandalwood and white musk. Okay, so, oh my gosh, those notes. Okay, you guys, so, I mean, if you've been watching me for some time, you know I love grapefruit, and so I think that's what was really throwing me, because, oh, this is divine. Wow. So you're getting like that greenery from the violet leaf mixed with the fig. So the fig is giving me like this creamy fruitiness, but it's the grapefruit mixed in there is just so beautiful. Like it's giving me this fresh sort of aspect to the creamy sweet fig that I love, mixed with that greenness from the violet leaf, and the base of sandalwood and musk is just gorgeous. I can't wait to try this one on my skin. Like, I think I need a full bottle of this. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. There's something in this that's almost making me think of Chanel's Chance Automne, which I don't know, I think it's that, yeah, it's like that grapefruit and so, okay, so Chanel Chance Automne has that quince and grapefruit combination, which I really love. Quince is like a very sort of sweet note, like fruity note. It's sweet. And so I think the combination of the fig, which is also a very sweet fruit, mixed with the grapefruit is giving me similar sort of vibes here. The DNA of this is gorgeous though. I would say it's very likable. I think a lot of women would really enjoy this type of DNA. It's definitely giving me Chance Automne vibes. So if you like that sort of DNA, I think you'll really enjoy this. It's that sort of fruity citrus with a creamy musky base is how I would describe it. But there is some greenness in here, which I love. It's giving it some freshness. Like you're getting that sort of nice balance between fruitiness and citrusiness, while it's also balancing it out with that violet leaf. This one's gorgeous. Very, very nice. Yeah, Santal Greenery is really nice. Okay guys, next up we have Voodoo Chili or Voodoo Chile. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. It's spelt like Chile, like the country, so we shall see. The two main notes in this are rosemary and patchouli. So got a little bit of an aromatic scent going on here. Oh, wow. Okay, so I can definitely smell that rosemary and the patchouli. I smell both of those right off the bat. Very aromatic from the rosemary, but gorgeous. The rosemary is very, like I said, aromatic, and then you have that patchouli in there, which is giving a hint of sweetness, but yet also earthiness at the same time. Ooh, this one's really gorgeous. Okay, let's look up the notes. Okay, so wow. All right, top notes we have here are rosemary and cannabis. Interesting. Middle notes of mastic, which is a type of resin. And then we have patchouli, and then base notes of sandalwood and cedar. So interesting that this is the fragrance with cannabis in it and not the other one that was called cannabis. Okay, so this is, like I said, a very aromatic fragrance. This is interesting though. Like, this is very interesting. I would like to try this on my skin because right off the bat, I'm not getting, like, it's not overly masculine where it's like I wouldn't want to wear it. See, now this one, like, I thought the one that was called Cannabis Patchouli smelled like cannabis, but actually when I'm smelling this one, I definitely get more cannabis in this one. This one has like a really nice creaminess to it though. I think that's coming from probably the sandalwood. There's definitely a hint of something spicy in here. Maybe it could be the cedar, because cedar sometimes gives me that dry, spicy feeling. Wow, okay, so this is interesting. I'm not gonna say I love it, but I really wanna try it on the skin because I haven't smelled anything like this, you know, recently or ever. Yeah, there's something really nice about this one. I don't know if it's because there's like a creaminess to it, but it's aromatic. You definitely get that rosemary. You're definitely getting the cannabis. There's something spicy in this though. I don't know if it's because it's called Voodoo Chile or chili, that it's giving me sort of like this spiciness to it. Like almost like a chili spice. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, this is very interesting. Yeah, I quite like this actually. This is interesting. The patchouli is definitely there, but it's not overly patchouli heavy, I would say. Yeah, okay, well, interesting. I definitely want to try this one on the skin. So yeah, that's Voodoo Chili or Voodoo Chile. All right, next up we have Rock the Myrrh. Interesting name here. So this one is myrrh and smoked wood. Okay, let's give this one a sniff. Oh, wow, this is gorgeous. Okay, you 100% get that myrrh right off the bat. There's something... So sometimes myrrh to me, I don't know if it's just me, but I get like it's a very, you know, myrrh is a resin. So I don't know why, but I get like a lemony sort of thing from myrrh. This is, okay, so there's a sweetness in here, which I really like. It almost has like a honeyed facet to it. I'm really not getting a ton of smoke though. It says smoked wood, but it's not overly smoky, which is good because I don't like overly smoky fragrances. But you definitely get that myrrh. Okay, let's look up the notes on this one. Okay, so here we have top notes of pink pepper, cypress, middle notes of myrrh and patchouli, and base notes of suede and benzoin. Okay, so this is, yeah, I 100% get that suede note. Suede to me can be one of those notes that I don't always like. Leather and suede are two notes that I don't always like in fragrances. For some reason, I don't know if it's just my chemistry, but this one though, the suede is not like too prominent. Like it's definitely there. Now that I know it's in there, I can definitely smell it. Whereas when I didn't know that it was in there, I wasn't necessarily thinking, oh, this is a suede dominant fragrance. Now that it's drying down, I definitely get that suede for sure. The benzoin and the myrrh is giving it like this sort of sweet resin to it, this sweet resinous base, which I think is sort of helping to balance out that suede. Because sometimes suede and leather can give off this, to me at least, sort of like this dry feeling, which I'm not a huge fan of, I think. And so I think with the addition of the myrrh and the benzoin in there, it's giving me sort of like this sweet, resinous feel to it, which I like. I would really like to test this one on the skin because I feel like this is one of those fragrances that really shines when it's on the skin. Resinous fragrances generally, I think, do best on skin as opposed to clothing, although I'm sure this probably lasts forever on the clothes. You're getting sort of this slight aromatic thing, I think, from the, what did it have? Cypress, was it? Yeah, you're definitely getting some sort of an aromatic quality, which I think is from the cypress. And you're almost getting like a fruitiness too. And I think that's from the pink pepper. But yeah, so definitely an interesting fragrance, Rock the Myrrh. I would say right down the middle. I wouldn't say that this is necessarily feminine or masculine. I would say either could wear it. And yeah, you're not going to smell like overly feminine or overly masculine. This is an interesting one. I'm gonna have to try this one on the skin. So yeah, that was Rock the Myrrh. All right, guys, getting towards the end here, we have the next one is Fleur de Mal. So here we have Fleur de Mal. This is osmanthus and suede. So another suede fragrance. Hopefully it's not overly suedey. Oh, wow. This is really nice. Okay, I definitely get the osmanthus. Osmanthus can sometimes give off like an apricot-y vibe. Here I'm getting definitely osmanthus. I'm not getting a ton of that suede. To me, this is more of a leather, not really a suede. All right, this is an interesting one. I'm gonna have to, I can't tell you how this one smells right now. Let's look up the notes. So you guys, okay, so Fleur de Mal. We have peach in the top. We have middle notes of osmanthus and jasmine, and in the base we have suede and amber. So this is definitely a fruity fragrance for sure. You know, so I get the peach, but it's, something is, okay, so it's the suede that is really balancing out that peach and not making it overly fruity, because peach in fragrance is a very fruity note. So it's, this is just developing into a very interesting fragrance. It's hard for me to put it in words. I gotta put a little bit more on here. This is a hard fragrance to describe, you guys, because you have that peach and the osmanthus, which are, you know, so you have like that apricot-y, peachy kind of scent, but it's very subdued. It's not overly fruity because you have that suede in there, which is really balancing it out. This is by no means a fruity fragrance. Like Fragrantica is definitely categorizing this one as fruity, but to me, that suede note is just making this smell very leathery. To me, this just smells more like leather than anything. So if you like leather scents, I think you'll love this. I don't really get a ton of that jasmine in it. To me, this is a very leather dominant fragrance, but I do get sort of this undertone of a peachy apricot-iness. So, you know, to put it simply, to me, this smells like the combination of like leather and peaches or apricots, but they're very subdued. It's not overly juicy or anything. I think because it's the osmanthus, which is a flower that's giving off a sort of apricot-y vibe, but the peach to me is not overly juicy or ripe. Well, I think it's a really nice fragrance actually, but you have to like leather, I think, to like this, which I do like. And I think the fruitiness helps to offset the leatheriness, and vice versa. So the leather is helping to offset the fruitiness, and then the fruitiness is helping to offset the leatheriness. So it's sort of a very balanced fragrance, but I definitely pick up more on the leathery aspect. So yeah, guys, that was Fleur du Mal. And last up, you guys, we have Soie Maliki, which is in the gorgeous sort of Delft's Blue bottle. I already know that I really, really love this fragrance, you guys. I'm actually going to use the atomizer sprayer that I received instead because it's just a little bit easier to get out as opposed to having to dab it. So let's give this one a smell. I love this one already. I already know. It's so beautiful, you guys. So the two main notes in this one are chestnut and silk. This is just so gorgeous. Like, it is such a gorgeous fragrance. I would say definitely this is the standout fragrance to me. I definitely have to try this one on the skin. Yeah, you guys, like, this just has, it has a fruitiness to it, which I love. It has a gourmand sort of nuttiness, which I absolutely love. And there's just, it just has everything that you want in a fragrance. So let's look up the notes. Okay guys, so at the top we have blackcurrant and bergamot, which are two of my absolute favorite notes. Middle notes of silk and rose, and in the base we have chestnut and cacao. I mean, come on, you guys, like, it's such a gorgeous, gorgeous fragrance. It's such an interesting combination. Like, I would never think to combine chestnut with blackcurrant. Like, I don't know, that's just such a unique combination. I think that's why this is such a standout. It's also very potent. Like, this is a strong fragrance. So yeah, this is gorgeous. It's got the fruitiness that I absolutely love from blackcurrant. This has it, but then it's combined with the creamy sort of nuttiness of a chestnut. Chestnuts to me, like when I think of eating chestnuts, you know, they're usually very soft, right? They're soft and they have like this cozy sort of nuttiness to them with like this, like when you bite into chestnuts, they're very sort of like soft and creamy and they're just so delicious. Like, I love eating chestnuts. And so, yeah, you just get like this sort of coziness from this. There's that fruitiness, but it's perfectly balanced with that sort of cozy nuttiness that I like. And, you know, you get that, I guess, I mean, I'm not really sure what silk smells like, but it's very smooth. So this fragrance is extremely smooth. There's nothing harsh about it. And so I think that's, you know, the addition of the silk, however silk is supposed to smell, really makes this fragrance very smooth, and it just smells like, you know, the texture of silk is very smooth. And so to me, this fragrance is very sort of reminiscent of the texture of silk. It's smooth, and then there's like that gorgeous juxtaposition of the fruity, sort of syrupy blackcurrant and that nutty, cozy chestnut. And so, yeah, this is just a standout, you guys. I absolutely love Soie Maliki. Just gorgeous. All right, guys, so now I actually think I want to rank them, which was Brittany's idea. So I'm going to rank them from like my least favorite. I think you guys already know probably which one's my most favorite. So yeah, let's first start out with my least favorite. All right, guys, coming in at my least favorite, I would have to say is the Rock the Myrrh. Just because it's that very resinous sort of myrrh, which I'm not a huge fan of. I think it's nice, but it's just not a fragrance that I typically wear. I don't really wear a ton of these very resinous, heavy fragrances. So yeah, that would probably be my least favorite. Then it would have to be the Voodoo Chile or Voodoo Chili, the rosemary and patchouli one. It's interesting. Like, you know, it's a very interesting, unique fragrance. I just don't really see myself wearing it. Like, I think I want to try it on my skin just to, you know, confirm, but it's not really my type of fragrance. Like, it's very aromatic and there's this like spicy aspect to it. It's just a very unique sort of strange fragrance. In that aspect, I think it's really interesting, but in terms of would I buy a full bottle of it, definitely no. So yeah, second to least favorite would be the Voodoo Chile. My next sort of least favorite one would probably be the Fleur du Mal, which is the osmanthus and suede one. I like it. I just don't love it. Like, I think it's nice. I definitely think it's, like I was saying, it's balanced. But it's not one that I think I need a full bottle of. It's just okay. Like, I like it. I don't hate it. But yeah, nothing really that stands out to me as something I would want to wear, you know? So yeah, not a huge fan of the Fleur de Mal. And then next I would have to pick the Rosa Carnivora, which was I think the second one I tried. It's the rose and vetiver combination. I just, like, it's just okay to me. That rose, now that I'm smelling it again, it's still that bouquet of roses, and then you have like this almost musky powderiness that I'm not a huge fan of now that it's dried down. To me, this just smells like a bunch of roses and flowers mixed in with this white musk combination, and then you have like a slight earthy dryness from the vetiver. That's really what I get. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Rosa Carnivora. Okay, and then next, it'd have to probably be the Cannabis Patchouli, the one that doesn't even have cannabis in it, but it's called Cannabis Patchouli. I really do like this. I think it's actually very interesting. I don't know, like I kind of want to try it on my skin. It's very interesting to me. I definitely get that patchouli, but it doesn't even have cannabis in it, apparently. It has other things that are not cannabis, but I mean, it's fine. You know, you can call it whatever you want. I don't know. It's just okay to me. I do like it, though. I do like it. I'm not going to say I don't like it, because I do. But yeah, it's a very interesting fragrance. Yeah, like it's just, I don't know. There's nothing really like special. Like it's an interesting fragrance, but it's not like overly special to me. I don't know. You get that patchouli in there. There's something dry in there as well. There's like a dryness. I think it's probably the vetiver. You get like this sort of citrusiness, but it's combined with that dryness from the vetiver. And so it's just a very interesting fragrance. It's hard for me to explain it because, I don't know, I just haven't really smelled anything like this. And I think it's weird that they're calling it Cannabis Patchouli, but there's no cannabis in it. The good thing, though, is that there's not a ton of that, like, smoky incense, even though I think there is incense in it. Yeah, so that would probably be my, what are we at now? 5? I don't know. But yeah, so Cannabis Patchouli. All right, and then next, my sort of, I guess, 6th least favorite would be the Jardin De Lorangerie, which is the Orange Blossom and Santal. Like, I like it. It's gorgeous. It's just, like, very nondescript. Like, it's nothing too unique. It's just, like, you're literally getting Orange Blossom and Santal with, like, this creamy milkiness added in. So, you know, it's not overly unique. And I have so many Orange Blossom fragrances. I do love Orange Blossom. So, I don't know. That's kind of why it's not really in my top 3. It's very pretty. It's just, like I said, you're getting Orange Blossom, you're getting a creaminess from that milk and the sandalwood. And yeah, that's about it. So yeah, that is Jardin De Lorangerie, Orange Blossom and Santal. Okay, and then next would have to probably be the Raving Rose because, so it's not in my top 3. I don't know, it's really gorgeous. Like it is very, very pretty. It's just very rose-centric, which is just not one of my personal favorite floral notes. It's really nice. Like I said, it has that beautiful, fresh rose aspect to it. There's something fruity in there, even though it doesn't list any fruity notes. To me, I smell something fruity, which maybe it could be from the peppery notes, the pink pepper. It's just it just smells like a fresh rose, like fresh rose water. And there's like, you know, I think there might be some musk mixed in. It's just sort of kind of a little bit boring to me. While it does smell really nice, I just personally am not a huge fan of like very rose-centric or rose-forward fragrances. So yeah, beautiful, but do I need a full bottle of this? Probably not. So yeah, that is Raving Rose. All right, you guys, we are down to my top 3. Here we go. Coming in at number 3, it would have to be Neon Garden. I just really am a huge fan of iris. Like I love iris fragrances, and so I think that's why I really enjoy this, is because it has that gorgeous iris note. If you like iris, you need to try Neon Garden. It's very nice. It's very irisy though. Like just, you know, you have to like iris, and you have to sort of like the powderiness from iris. Which, like I was explaining, to me, the powderiness from iris is like a floral powderiness with like a little bit of greenness. It's not like baby powder or anything, no. It's just, you have to like that sort of powdery aspect of iris to like this. But I really enjoy this. This is really, really pretty. Yeah, like I want to spray this on my skin. So yeah, coming in at number 3 would be Neon Garden. All right, guys, my top 2, here we go. Coming in at number 2, we have Santal Greenery. You know, the more that I smell it in the dry down, it's becoming a little bit, I don't know, not overly unique. It's kind of giving me slight basic vibes, if you will. But when I first smelled this, like, I mean, I'm pretty sure you could tell from my reaction, I was pretty blown away. Like, it was gorgeous. As it's drying down, I'm not like enjoying as much as when I first sprayed it or dabbed it. But I just love the combination of notes we have here, like the fig, the grapefruit, the sandalwood. You know, you got that slight greenness from the violet leaf. And so, yeah, I just really, really enjoyed Santal Greenery when I first sprayed it. So that's why it's in my top 2. Do I think it is very unique? Probably not. Like, I think, like I was saying, now that it's in the dry down, it's not reminding me so much of Chance au Tendre, but when I first dabbed it on the card, it was giving me those Chance au Tendre vibes. So that's why I say it's not overly unique, but I still think it's a beautiful fragrance. I think it's very probably mass appealing. So yeah, coming in at number 2, it's a toss-up, you guys, like honestly, but if I have to rank them, I would say coming in at number 2 is Santal Greenery. And you already know my top number 1 pick from Dries Van Noten would have to be the Soie Malaki, because it's just so unique. Like, I don't have anything in my collection that smells like this. I've never smelled anything like this. It's just very unique. There's like almost this like butteriness. I don't know how to explain it. It's like, you know, like caramel has like this buttery aspect to it, which to me, I don't know why, but I get sort of a buttery facet from the chestnut maybe. It's just gorgeous. Yeah, Soie Malaki hands down is my top pick from the Dries Van Noten line. So yeah, you guys, that is my ranking of all of them. I hope that was enjoyable. I personally love watching like first impressions on fragrance videos. I think they're really fun. Just thank you so much again to Brittany for sending this to me. It has been just so much fun trying all of these out. It's one of my favorite things in life is just to try different fragrances, and so thank you so much, Brittany. Like, I can't thank you enough for sending this to me. Yes, it's such a sweet gesture and just so thoughtful. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully, if you have similar taste to me, you know, you were able to gather which of the fragrances you might like. I don't think there's a bad fragrance out of any of these by any means. I think they're all very, very well done fragrances. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, you guys. I truly do appreciate everybody that watches my videos. I hope everybody had a wonderful holiday season, a wonderful Christmas, or whatever tradition that you celebrate. I hope you had a beautiful, wonderful time with your friends and loved ones. And yes, special thanks again to Brittany. This was such an awesome gift. So take care, everybody, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.